सत्येंद्र जी, ये जब लास्ट टाइम क्वेश्चनिंग हुई थी तो हमने देखा था कि दिल्ली, कर्नाटका वगैरह में बहुत सारे प्रोटेस्ट हुए थे, कुछ गाड़ियों को भी आग लगा दी थी। आपको लगता है कि ये ईडी पे प्रेशर बनाता है या ये प्रेशर टैक्टिक है?
शिवानी, ये जो भी कुछ होता है, जो हमारे ऑफिस के एजेंसी के बाहर होता है, उससे हमें कोई बहुत असर नहीं पड़ता है। ईडी के ऑफिसर्स को हम अपना जो भी लॉफुल ड्यूटी है, इन्वेस्टिगेशन है, उसकी जो पेस है वो उसी पेस पे करते रहते हैं। ये एक परसेप्शन बनता है कि फर्क पड़ रहा है, नहीं पड़ रहा है। मुझे नहीं लगता कि हमारे ऊपर कोई फर्क पड़ता है।
वो तो अच्छी बात है. That is what I think all of us wanted to hear, that these protests don't make an impact on the officers who are conducting the investigation themselves. But सत्येंद्र जी, आपको क्या लगता है कि इस केस में, जैसे स्वाति जी कह रही हैं कि कुछ भी नहीं है फिर भी आप ईडी रेड कर रही है, कुछ भी नहीं है फिर भी क्वेश्चनिंग कर रही है, क्या ईडी ने कोई गलत स्टेप लिया है इस इन्वेस्टिगेशन में, आपको लगता है?
शिवानी, मेरी नजर में तो ये ईडी जो है, ईडी का इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग ऑफिसर है, अपनी पावर्स को बहुत ही तरीके से, बहुत ही स्मूथली यूज कर रहे हैं।
Okay.
अभी इन्होंने कहा कि नहीं, प्रोसीजर ये है कि पहले सर्च होती है फिर क्वेश्चनिंग होती है। ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। ज्यादातर केसेज में देखिए प्रोसीजर क्या है, सबसे पहले इनपुट आता है, इंफॉर्मेशन आती है, उसके बाद उनको कलेक्ट किया जाता है, वेरीफाई किया जाता है अलग अलग सोर्सेज से, बैंकिंग चैनल से और भी एजेंसी से, कई जगह से। उसके बाद आईओ डिसाइड करता है कि मुझे अपनी कौन सी पावर यूज करनी है, सम्मन करना है पहले, या हमें पहले सर्च करनी चाहिए जिससे कि एविडेंस इधर उधर नहीं हो जाए। तो ये डिसीजन एक उस पर बेस करता है कि इनपुट क्या है।
राइट।
अब सम्मनिंग पहले हो गई, सर्च पहले कर देते हैं, कई बार होती है, उसमें क्या है। तो ये हो सकता है इस केस में सवाल उठता है कि साहब तलाशी कर दी, पहले पूछ ही लेते कि सब ठीक बोला जा रहा है नहीं बोला जा रहा है।
राइट, राइट. No, that's true. If the search had happened before the questioning, then also there would have been questions. If the questioning has happened before the search, then also there are questions. But those are obviously political questions. Swati, you've got a former officer here saying, this is the power of the ED. You've gone to court. Leaders of your party have gone to court, questioned PMLA provisions. You've come back empty-handed. There is a limit to how much chaos the Congress party can create just because the Gandhis are being questioned. Abhi to kuch hua bhi nahi hai.
Shivani, why do you keep coming back to the Gandhis being questioned? Right,
why does the Congress party keep coming back to the Gandhis?
The Gandhis questioning is over. It is not the Gandhis who are being questioned anymore.
Yeah, but the Gandhis are the one implicated in this case. That's why the whole hullabaloo is the maximum in this case from the Congress.
We don't even know the findings of the ED after the questioning, right? So how do we know whether they're being implicated, already found? How do we know all this?
Well, they are implicated. Right? So they are out on bail in this case.
Well, yes, they're out on bail, but we don't know the result of the questioning.
Yes,
right?
but you just gave them a clean sheet just 2 minutes ago.
Mr. Singh himself, he just admitted that it is a prerogative of the IO whether to search first or whether to summon first. Right? That's what he just said. So that's what even I'm saying. The powers of the ED, whatever has been vested even by the Supreme Court, the judgment which 17 leaders of the opposition across all political parties have also written a letter to the Supreme Court. I'm sure you've read that as well. So I'm not even going there. My Congress party is only focusing on one thing today. Please tell me, who are the other leaders that you have questioned? Who are the other and I'm not only talking about just BJP, I'm talking about BJP allies also. I'm not only on BJP leaders. Please tell me where your supporters are. Please tell me when these 3 MLAs from Jharkhand, when they were arrested, a 4th MLA registered an FIR which named Mr. Hemant Biswa Sharma. Where is ED in that? 48 lakhs just found in the back of the car, and the reason they gave it, they were going to buy saris from Kolkata. ED should jump in there. I am saying that wherever there is a BJP person,
there is no action.
There's a BJP ally, that is where ED goes quiet.
I'll give Tom Vadakan an opportunity to respond to that, because I have debated this endlessly and ad nauseum. I can't waste more time on this, but I'll give Tom Vadakan an opportunity to respond to that. Radhika Ramaseshan, I'm coming to you. How do you see the escalation from the Congress party? Is it because they fear that tomorrow worse could happen and therefore they're upping the ante today itself?
Definitely, the path that the ED is pursuing in the case of this, the young Indian, I mean, strangely, it does remind me of another incident which had happened in the 90s, the Jay and Hawala diaries. So, I mean, there again, the temptation was to accuse the ruling regime of carrying out politically motivated investigations against the opposition, against internal dissenters within the Congress, and so on, So this now, if every such case has indisputably a political motive, we cannot deny that. However, the investigations are also following a particular trajectory, and that trajectory is the money trail is leading to the existence of shell companies, which seem to be a part and parcel of any such money laundering cases. So therefore, I think the Congress and the Gandhis have a lot to answer for. Doubtless, they've been questioned for 50 hours or whatever. But the point is that they still cannot recuse themselves from what is happening in this particular case. And I am sure that it's going to lead to more and more serious charges. I mean, that is what it looks like, regardless of whether the ED is being used as an instrument of the ruling regime or not. Now, we are talking about escalation outside Parliament, outside on the streets. There's no getting away from the fact that within the Congress, if an issue touches the Gandhis, that's when the party gets animated. No matter what the fig leaf for a protest is, whether it is inflation or unemployment, I think in this case, in this particular case, it is about saving the Gandhis. It is about earning a reprieve for them and, reinforcing the perception that minus the Gandhis, the Congress is just a shell of a party.
And therefore, this hurts where it hurts the most, isn't it? Because if this was to implicate the Gandhis any further, then, there are going to be, it's going to be virtually end game for the Congress party, Radhika. That is why we see this animation.
Yeah, absolutely. It could be end game, but I don't see it being the end game.
Okay.
On the other hand, I see the party rallying behind the Gandhis. There are leadership questions. Will Sonia be permanently instated as the party president? Because Rahul seems markedly indifferent to taking over the reins of the party, or will they bring Priyanka? I do not see the leadership of the party going into anyone else's hands. This is going to be an occasion to reinforce the Gandhis and their leadership and the command structures.
I want to go back to Satyendra Singh in just a bit, but before that, Varun Singh, I'll give you an opportunity. Do you feel that the Congress is browbeating the agencies? They're sending a message to the government, the people in power also, because some of the messaging from some of their leaders has been about, talking about virtually a war. Do you think that's browbeating the agencies at this stage?
First of all, let me tell you, the most difficult job right now is the job of being a spokesperson for Congress. Swati Malik says so many things and then goes back on it. She says ki kuch bhi nahi mila, and then she says the ED hasn't come to them. What kind of fair investigation are you asking for? Or agar कुछ भी नहीं है तो फिर डर कैसा आपको? कुछ भी नहीं है तो मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे कल नेशनल हेराल्ड के ऑफिस से ईडी के रहते हुए क्यों चले गए? यंग इंडिया के ऑफिस के इन्वेस्टिगेशन सर्च के लिए क्यों नहीं रुके? जब कुछ भी नहीं मिला, then why do you want to hold this protest? जब कुछ भी नहीं है तो हवाला के ऑपरेटर्स को क्यों इन्वेस्टिगेट किया जा रहा है by ED? There are many questions that the Congress just wants to avoid, and we have seen there are serious concerns about Congress holding this protest. We have seen how poor people, their bikes were burnt in Telangana in the guise of satyagraha.